I love pro wrestling and I love music. Some of the music I do listen to, I found out about because of pro wrestling. So I am here to give you 5 songs or bands that I listen to that I found because of pro wrestling. There are plenty more than that, but let's just start with 5. Let's go all the way back to the very beginning. The very first song I found out about because of pro wrestling is My Sacrifice by Creed. They used My Sacrifice by Creed in a Jeff Hardy video package. They also used it for other video packages as well with like the WWF Desire stuff. But the Jeff Hardy one is the one that stands out to me because as a kid, I was a massive Jeff Hardy fan. Jeff Hardy was my favorite pro wrestler, so anything he did, I was into. So much so that it made me like Creed. Uh, Creed was because of this video package and because of the song My Sacrifice. Creed was the very first CD I ever bought. Weathered by Creed. I bought that at Circuit City as a young boy, used my allowance money to purchase it. It was $21, which is insane to think about that a CD would cost $21 at the time. But I spent it. I spent $21 on a Creed CD, and I thought I spent it wisely, literally just because of the song My Sacrifice. Didn't know any other song on the album, but because of that Jeff Hardy video package, I bought Creed as my first ever CD. I am not afraid to admit that. Creed was the first CD I ever bought as a kid. So, My Sacrifice by Creed is the first song. The next song that I found out about because of pro wrestling that was on my iPod growing up was another one because of Jeff Hardy. Again, massive Jeff Hardy fan. If you were in my age group, you were a massive Jeff Hardy fan growing up. But the next song is Rooftops by Lost Prophets. This was another song that they did as a video package for Jeff Hardy. And anything you do with Jeff Hardy, anything they're selling Jeff Hardy related, I'm buying. And Lost Prophets Rooftops was just another one. Had this on my iPod growing up. I think this would have been probably around middle school, early high school for me, something like that. But yeah, I love this song because of Jeff Hardy as well. Didn't really listen to the band beyond this. I obviously know the singer of it has had some legal troubles, but don't really know any other songs other than Rooftops by it. But this is a song that I can still hear and I'll still listen to and I still like, and it's simply because of Jeff Hardy. With Creed, going back to Creed, I obviously know much more of their songs now other than My Sacrifice. But for Lost Prophets, Rooftops is the only song I do know. But it is a song I will still listen to, and it's because of Jeff Hardy. So two songs so far. Well, one band, Creed, and one song, Rooftops, both because of Jeff Hardy. Is how I found out about it and the reason why I listened to it to begin with. Next song is Miseria Cantaria. Cantare. Miseria Cantare. However you say that CM Punk AFI entrance song. Miseria Cantare. Miseria Cantare. Let's go with that. Miseria Cantare by AFI. I found out about this song because of CM Punk. I am not going to be one of the people who pretend I knew this song when he was using it in Ring of Honor. I was not old enough to be able to even find out how to watch Ring of Honor as a young kid. So the first time I did hear this song is when he used it in his AEW match. Wasn't familiar too much with AFI. I do know Miss Murder. That was probably the only other song I knew of AFI. But this song right here, I'm not even going to try and say it again, but the song that CM Punk uses as his Ring of Honor entrance is a song I added to my playlist because of him using it. So CM Punk, the reason I listened to that AFI song. Next up, we have this one's going to be a band. I do know the first song I've heard of them, but I listened to the band more than just a specific song, and that band is Paris. The reason I found out about them is I watched an interview that Seth Rollins did. Was a big Seth Rollins fan earlier on. Still am obviously a big fan, but earlier on I was a massive Seth Rollins fan. He was my favorite pro wrestler around 2015 ish. So I watched an interview he did, and he mentioned them as a band that he liked. He said something like the lead singer asked them to check them out, and he felt that like it wasn't really a band he would be into, but he gave them a shot and he liked them. But at the time, I kind of knew of the music that Seth Rollins listened to, and it was kind of stuff that I already kind of enjoyed. So when I heard him mention them in a YouTube interview, I forget exactly what it was for, but heard him mention them, I checked them out. The first song I listened to from them was St. Patrick. Um, But yeah, started diving into them a little bit more. This was when I was in 2015. I would have been in college at the time. Started listening to them a little more. I do enjoy their first two albums, White Noise, and the second one is called All We Know of Heaven and All We Need of Hell, something like that. So those two first albums I do enjoy. Their newer stuff, not so much. But yeah, found out about them because of Seth Rollins in an interview back in like 2014 or 2015 of him mentioning them. WWE did use them later on for a pay per view theme and I think like a video package or so. So they have been used on WWE TV, but the reason I found out about them was because of Seth Rollins. And the last one for today of another band that I found out about because of pro wrestling is Amyl and the Sniffers. I found out about them because of CM Punk. Similar to Seth Rollins, I kind of knew of the music they listened to, and it was kind of stuff that I already kind of like. But in an interview, CM Punk mentioned them as a newer band that he likes, and I kind of just dove into them. I think the first song I don't know if it was the first song I heard from them, but the first song that I kind of while listening to on a playlist like looked down and was like, okay, let's remember that song was 70 Street Munchies. But Amyl and the Sniffers, another band I like. I like more than just that song. I actually like them as a band. I think their album Cartoon Darkness is fantastic. But yeah, just another band I found out about because of pro wrestling. This being from a CM Punk interview. So two songs that I found out about because of Jeff Hardy, two from CM Punk, and one from Seth Rollins. These are just 5 songs or bands I found out about because of pro wrestling. So again, number one was just Creed as a whole. The My Sacrifice video package for Jeff Hardy put me on to Creed as a young kid. Rooftops by Lost Prophets because of the Jeff Hardy video package. CM Punk's AFI entrance. I'm not going to try and say the name again, but that song added to my playlist because of pro wrestling. Seth Rollins mentioned in Paris led me to check them out, and then CM Punk mentioning Amyl and the Sniffers is the reason I checked them out. So yeah, there are plenty of other songs, whether it be used as entrance music or songs I found out because of pro wrestlers I like. There's plenty of pro wrestling or pro wrestlers that put me on the music. These are just 5 of them, but yeah, pro wrestling and music are great. Anytime I can kind of connect it to is real fun for me. But yeah, those are 5 songs or bands I found out about and listened to because of pro wrestling. Hopefully, I find many more in the future. But yeah, that's it for now.